Kerry Sullivan here with another howtokickass.sales.com tip of the day, and today's all about how you sell to another really good salesman. So my main man Dimitri asked me a really good question. He wanted to know, how is it that you sell someone who's really good on sales? So this is something that happens to a lot of sales professionals. They are doing a deal and then they find out the guy that they're dealing with is some kind of master negotiator. They know from the get-go the person is in sales and they feel like, oh, I gotta really be on my A game, or they start freaking out. They don't know what to do in this situation. And the truth of the matter is you don't need to change anything at all right? It's still the same process. We actually know through neuroscience, looking at the brain, the same types of chemicals, the same sequences in the brain, the same areas of the brain need to be stimulated to sell no matter who the person is or what the situation is. The same things are going to get triggered off in the brain in order for that person to get sold on whatever it is. So it doesn't change. So you still need to just sit there and look, at the end of the day, what it comes down to this, and a broad overview of how you sell someone, is you figure out what it is this person wants or needs and what they're trying to get, right? And then just having a conversation about that and what their pain points are around that, or maybe what other triggers are, or what's causing them to do what they're doing, or whatever it may be. And then you can sell them on your solution around those points, right? Around those points, and just feed it back to them in a way that they can understand. It's also important to understand their language, where they're coming from, right? So you can look at language patterns, NLP type things, when they say, I really feel like I need this because it's going to give me a feeling of security. Well, you're going to need to bring it back to them and teach them about the feelings on that, right? Versus someone might, or another person might be like, well, this sounds good because I really hear that I can get this, that, or the other thing. You're gonna have to sell them in again on that modality. All right, so on the hearing part, right? So whatever it may be, those are some little things that you can use, but really the process is exactly the same. I think too often people approach sales that it's kind of canned and they got to do this, that, and the other thing, and still a lot of people do that. Car sales. I talked to someone the other day who's buying a car, and it was painful. They hated the whole experience, and it was painful. The tactics they said the salesperson was using on them, it felt fake, it felt contrived, they were forcing it, when all they needed to do is sit down, have a conversation with this person, and that person, if they had just talked to them, figured out exactly what they wanted to walk out of the place with a car on the spot. And the salesperson completely blew it on so many levels. If they just shut up, asked some questions, and instead of forcing their agenda on them, and then they could have sold them on their potential solution. So it's the same thing when you're selling a regular salesperson too. You're just gonna figure out what they want, and then just show them how you can help them get that through your product and or service. So this is Kerry Sullivan with another howtokickass.sales.com tip of the day. Hey, if any of you ever have any questions, feel free to shoot me them. I'll make you a video and I'll give you a shout out like my main man Dimitri, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.